certainly. That's Councilwoman Julie Lofstead.
Thank you. Thank you.
So this house is under construction. It's being built by the Southampton Business Alliance on behalf of the town of Southampton. The land is provided by the town of Southampton. You can see it's been framed out. There's actually two houses that we're building right here. And the town of Southampton is a deal. So a house will probably be worth $1 million out here. Is this in the village? I think it's in the village of Southampton. Pretty darn close.
And 500 people on that lottery list.
Yeah, 500 people. And I bet that list is going to grow once they hear more about it.
Homes for our employees, they can't afford to live here. So we take property that's given to us from the town and build the houses then, which are being sold through lottery, which I'm sure Jay's already explained. And we're able to do it at a very low cost. We work with, it goes out to bid. This particular development is being done by Manzi Construction, cutting costs to the bone so that we can really make it an affordable project.
It's exciting. We have some 500 people already on the list waiting. Diana, come over here. This is Diana Ware. She's Director of Housing and Community Development for the town of Southampton.
This is a perfect example of public-private partnerships providing solutions to a real serious problem. The Business Alliance, as Cheryl said, are over 300 businesses in the town of Southampton that employ a lot of people. And in order to keep those people employed and being able to earn a living, they need to be able to live here as well and work here. So this is a tremendous opportunity, and I wish we had 10 business alliances, not to give you competition, but they've really done the job. They've built over 5 units or 6 units already over the few years, and we're so proud and thankful for them. And for a town board that is really jumping on this issue and taking it to the next level. And that's what you need. You need the public, the private, and the citizens to actually make this work. And I'm happy to say that that's happening in Southampton town now.
Diana, when do you think this house will be ready?
This will be ready in the early spring, so probably April. We're going to start the lottery process now. We'll be developing an application that I will be sending out and working with the list that we have. So that list is very important because if you're on our registry, we will be reaching out to you as things happen. So you'll be the first to know about the application, and then we'll start the lottery process, which will be done public. It'll be a public lottery, probably around the same time in maybe March or end of February.
What's that website?
SouthamptonTownNY.gov/housing division. That takes you directly to the registry. It's 10 questions, put your name on there, and we will be contacting you by email.
Now to qualify, you have to make a certain amount of money? But
yes,
not
there is a top limit of what you can earn, which is 100% of the area median income. It's established by HUD. It's about $110,000 or less for a family of 4. It goes down if you have smaller family sizes. And if you qualify, then you just have to qualify for a mortgage. So you have to make enough money to make the payments and your taxes and your principal and interest. This is a regular home ownership opportunity. This is really working families. You must have good credit and you must be able to obtain a mortgage. So this is like for a workforce, for attainable housing for our workforce in the town.
And once you're on that registry, that's not just for these
it's for
houses,
any opportunity.
But for
we're going to have
coming.
rental. Hopefully in the future you'll be seeing a lot of new things coming up because the town is looking at what they've already done, which is the projects in Spionk and in Tuckahoe. You will be seeing more homes, probably with accessory apartments, that people will be able to afford. So that registry, if you need a rental or you need a home ownership opportunity, register on the website.
So I think people understand how expensive it is out here and how hard it's become to live here, and you certainly see it with all the traffic as the workforce commutes in and some of the issues we've had with code enforcement and overcrowding and illegal apartments. So it's really a challenge for groups like the town board to rise to the challenge because land is so expensive out here. And we have zoning that you don't want to create too much density in any one spot. So it creates a lot of challenges, and I'm blessed to have a town board that is really committed to making a difference on this issue. When I came to town and I wanted to see the inventory of affordable rentals, and it was zero,
Zero. That's a good number.
For 20 years the town hadn't succeeded in creating any affordable rentals. So now with Sandy Hollow and with Beyond Commons, we are on the way, and we're talking about more houses with accessory apartments. This one won't have an accessory apartment. This is just a 2 to 3 bedroom, but some of the ones in the future, in fact, right across the street, there'll be 8 additional homes with accessory apartments. So we know, particularly east of the Shinnecock Canal, where we have seen the cost go up so much. We're even starting to see across the board the school districts starting to shrink in terms of the size of the student population as the workforce is just completely priced out. Tuckahoe School now, I think a 10% reduction in the student body. Some of the schools like Sag Harbor, Bridgehampton, we're really seeing it. We're seeing the effects. And I know
Young families are leaving. Families
I
with
know.
their children are going.
because they can't afford to live here.
Jay, can I ask a question?
Yeah, hold on 1 second.
Oh, sure.
Vivian.
I
So
thought you were done.
it's we think about like what kind of community do we want to live in, right? For those who can live here, and when you lose those young people, you start to lose the soul of your community. You start, the kind of place, the vibrancy that you need, the volunteers for the fire department, for the ambulance. So, I think that what we're doing here, as challenging as it is so necessary if we're going to retain who we are as a community. We have to do these kinds of things, and it's going to take, I think, even more political will. And there'll always be, the people, naysayers who don't want it. I remember, they call it NIMBYism, not in my backyard.
We need YIMBYism.
YIMBYism,
Yes, in my backyard. That's what we want.
We need to work to change the perception of what attainable housing means, or I don't know, it doesn't matter if we call it workforce, affordable, attainable. It's
Next
just
generation.
a misperception of what the goal is. It's for our workforce, it's for our young working families, and
we need to put a face on affordable housing work. It's funny, they keep changing the name. It's not work before. It used to be low-income housing now, and then it changed to what? Subsidized housing now.
Next generation housing,
workforce housing. Getting back to like putting a face on affordability, and who can't afford to live here? It's pretty much the entire workforce at this point. When housing, begins, you see in this area, a piece of land is $1 million.
Well, what you ask anybody who's watching, just ask yourselves, would you be able to purchase your own home today if you had purchased it at today's prices? I couldn't.
Even the doctors can't live in the community, and you start to lose who you are when the nurses can't respond to an emergency at the hospital because they don't live in town, or the teachers can't go to that play at the school at night,
the firefighters,
or the game. Right. So
if we end up with a paid fire department because we don't have enough volunteers,
which is
who live
happening
locally,
now and elsewhere on the East End.
that is going to make it prohibitive for people to actually live out here at all, because a paid fire department, a paid ambulance, now you're talking major impact to your taxes. And we're very fortunate that our taxes are not as high as they are in some areas up west, but that would make a major impact.
And those who find ways to stay, they're working 2 or 3 jobs. It's the quality of life goes down as they struggle to stay in the community, and we need them to stay. So it was great in Beyond Commons, where we saw a community initially came out with a lot of objections and concerns to a development. It was about a 51 unit initially development. It was in a good spot. I think a lot of us thought the location was good. It was on a commercial road. It was alongside a railroad station. But there were concerns about density, and Councilman Lostings here worked with that community. I worked with that community, and we helped educate them, and we worked to address some of their concerns, and we ended up, when it came time for the last public hearing on a 38 unit all affordable rental housing, they came out overwhelmingly supporting it.
Yeah.
I was just hoping they wouldn't show up to oppose it. I saw them all in the room. I'm like, oh no, oh no. They're still opposing it, and then they came in one by one. They spoke, saying, "We welcome this."
Well, it's their children. When their children start looking for rental, you graduate from college, you come back home, you're not in a position to purchase a home right away. You really need that transition period to rent an apartment, save some money, and then look for a home. We don't have that here, the continuum of housing. So I think that's a major important factor that we have to understand. We need rental housing more than anything to help people make that transition, or people that may never want to own a home or shouldn't own a home. They're not going to maintain it, they don't have the money to keep it up, so we need that mix. We need legislation. I know one of your initiatives is the affordable accessory apartment legislation we're working on. We need rentals, we need home ownership, we need zoning practices. When a developer wants to down zone a property or up zone a property that's going to create more of a problem because they're all high-end homes, we have the inclusionary zoning law that some of the homes have to be affordable. These properties and the property in Sagaponack that we got was part of a planning process with the homeowner, the landowner. We got 3 acres.
That's
Free.
amazing. Yeah, you guys helped with that
and
too.
the housing,
we built it.
yes,
Yeah.
they built it each with an accessory apartment. We have two homes in Sagaponack, each with an accessory apartment, built with the housing initiative that the town gave the property to because the developer wanted
And I
to
know
downsize.
somebody recently moved into one of those.
Yes,
right?
I know. We've moved in a young veteran who works at the school and the hospital. And the couple that is renting the apartment works also in the town as a landscaper. It's
amazing.
perfect.
And that's in
That's what
Sagaponack.
it's
The
about.
richest zip code in
The-
the
yeah.
Yeah, the
United
richest
States.
zip code in the country. I can go
Median
proud to
home
say.
price, I think $8 million or something ridiculous like that.
If you
But
see
that's
those
the average.
houses, the houses are beautiful.
The houses are beautiful.
If we can do it in Sagaponack, we can do this anyway.
I
That's
know.
right.
And what's sad about Sagaponack, it's a wonderful thing, but we had 3 acres. We could have built beautiful homes with accessory apartments, a little more dense. It didn't have to
Sure.
be one
3
house.
acres, we got 2 houses on.
We got 2 houses because the community came out.
We wanted to do more.
And I'm sorry to say the community was not local people. The people in the area that were not from here came out and said we were building the projects. We were building density. And
Again,
everybody got scared.
It goes back to the perception of what
And
these
again,
projects
Here
mean.
we have a
It
veteran,
also
school
goes to
teachers.
political will.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you
So-
just have to make those tough choices.
So we're so happy we got two
You have to
properties.
find that balance.
But it could-
I mean,
exactly,
But this is
exactly.
a crisis. This isn't a problem. This is a crisis.
It is a
at this
crisis
point.
here.
What happens is when all the houses are selling for $1 million and up, they're going to be summer homes. And what was workforce housing, the little houses are getting torn down, and these summer homes are getting built. And
And the
let
sad
me
part
just
is
finish,
they
'cause
require,
that's where I'm
Yes.
going, is so that and it's good. I don't want to say the summer homes help in
of
a lot
course,
of
they pay
ways,
taxes, yeah.
but they do create demand. So somebody's going to have to fix that heating system. Somebody's going to be, painting, the walls of that house. Somebody is going to be
Cleaning it later.
maintaining it. And that workforce can't live here. So, and so you see it in the traffic. So we've got to find ways for that workforce to stay within the community. And it's going to require creative solutions like the accessory apartment bill, which I know we're getting very close.
Yes,
to a bill.
Kara's been doing a great job. And it's just, you want to make sure it's the right thing, so we keep tweaking it and going over it and making
Right.
sure we're addressing
In
all
our
the
business
areas.
community, I know they're struggling. The restaurants, they can't find workers. Retail is having trouble. Across the board, this
Doctors, nurses, school
Right.
teachers, plumbers, electricians, you name
Right,
it,
it's
anyone.
It's not just the trades, which seems to be the automatic assumption. That's where the lack of workforce is. It's across the board.
So I want this to be the beginning, not the end. And this is actually 2 homes here.
Yes.
Do you want to wait for this truck?
So
Drivers.
I'm hoping that this is the beginning, not the end. And I know there's another home under construction right next door to here, and the foundation is in. And then across the street, we hope to
mentioned
see
it,
8 more homes with accessory apartments, and then we have some other development ideas that are in the works, and I know, Diana, having you here is a great asset to the town with your
Well,
experience.
thank you. I'm full-time, so this is
Right.
all I do.
Well, I know you were at the
And
Long Island
Diana
Housing
was on our
Partnership.
board.
I was on the board when we built Sagaponic. So
Yeah.
I've been involved in housing because I have 2 kids. And one of my kids had to move away out of the area. So I feel it personally.
Sure.
And I know I would not be able to live here if I hadn't purchased my house 30 years ago when it was a little more affordable. So it's important. It's important for your kids, your grandchildren, for you know, to be able to keep your family, that close-knit family together.
It's nice.
And you can't do it anymore.
You know, it's not good when, when all the kids, we educate them. We give them, I think, a pretty good education. But
Spend a lot of money.
if they feel like there's no pathway home, it leads them to a very uncertain future. They don't know where community they're going to live in. All they know is they can't live in the community,
Can't
the
live
only
here.
community they know.
Yeah,
Right?
That's right. And then the parents move because they want to be near the kids. So we're losing all our people.
Yeah.
Little by little, little by little.
Yeah, and then people are aging out too. Like we don't have the senior services, and we are working on, as you know, a
Yes.
law, assisted
For
living
assisted
law.
living.
So, it's really that, cradle to grave.
Yes,
The
to continue
ability
that.
to age in place, to be able to stay in a community, and it's harder with these economic forces. It's a beautiful place, and we've done a great job preserving our landscape, our open spaces. But that, of course, drives the price of everything up even higher. Where we haven't done a good job is preserving our community, our people. Right?
Community Preservation Fund is not preserving the community.
No,
I
it's
didn't say that.
but it is. It's doing a great job preserving our environment. But we have to do even more, so that environment can be enjoyed by all of us. All of us, rich or poor. That's the challenge.
Or in the middle.
Yeah, or in the middle. All right. Well, this is great. Thank you, Cheryl.
Thank you, Jay, for
Thank
all
you,
your
Charlie.
help. And the rest of the
Diana.
town board.
dear.
Julie over
thank
there.
you,
Thank you.
Great
Thank you.
job.